Hey everyone, I'm Shaivi Goyal. I graduated from Shriram College of Commerce in 2022, and since then I have been working with American Express. I'll take some time today to talk about how my journey has been so far, what are the challenges, what are the learnings that I've garnered across the way. So it's been more than a year for me at American Express, and currently I'm working in the global network services team wherein I'm involved into bespoke consulting projects. So I'll take this step by step, wherein first I'll share my placement experience, the things I learned during that journey, and then talk about how it has been in the corporate world for so far. So talking about my placement experience, one advice that I would like to give all of you who are listening to this audio is that there are just two B's that you need to remember. Believe in yourself and be yourself throughout the placement journey. That's the most crucial thing to do. So talking about the placement experience, I know different companies come to the campus. They all have different job requirements, different skills that they are looking for. But one crucial thing that each and every company would require you to have is an analytical mindset. And to develop an analytical mindset is a process wherein you'll have to invest in your time preparing for it. So there are three things which I did in my journey and which I would suggest you to do is be very adept to solving aptitude questions, as most of the time this is the preliminary step wherein most people are shortlisted on the basis of. So be well adept with aptitude questions, your general logic questions, logical reasoning, data interpretation. So be well familiarized with the concept and try to have as much accuracy as possible in those, followed by which I'll suggest you to prepare well for case interviews as well as your guesstimates. So guesstimates are a very innovative way in which companies, test your estimation skills, the skills wherein you can decide what are the factors on basis of which you'll actually make a result or make a decision, right? So it's more about the strategy rather than a templatized format as to how you're approaching it. So more of which you practice, the more proficient or more analytical mindset you develop, right? So I'll suggest preparing for guesstimates. Try solving questions wherein you are trying to approach the problem with different mindsets. Sometimes maybe the demand side, sometimes maybe the supply side. So that's one thing. Secondly, also familiarize yourself with case interview questions and how do you approach whenever a case problem is given to you, right? Now it might be a case that you might not be wanting to sit in a consulting company, for example, or you have an interest for analytics or finance, but having familiarized yourself with the case structures that are out there, you would have developed a way of thinking, a structured way of thinking. One thing that I found out most interesting when I was preparing for my case interviews was that I understood the concept of MISI. Now, as fancy as it might sound, MISI happens to us in all our aspects of our life. So every time you're making a decision, you have that thing running on the backside of your mind wherein you are thinking, I can approach a problem in this way. These are the aspects of this and how are they alienated. So you kind of create a Venn diagram sort of in your mind wherein you know that I'm solving this problem at once, then I'm going to this, and those don't overlap. And if they do overlap, you'll have a solution for that too, right? So I'll suggest preparing for case interviews as well. Go through books like Case in Point. Various B schools and business schools have their caselets wherein they give you the framework of a case. There are different kinds of case, maybe profitability, market entry. So just familiarize yourself with the concept, prepare a few of them with your friends. So that was an interesting thing. Some of my friends from college, we got together and we used to solve such cases. on the fly on a video call with each other. So that's a very convenient way of actually facing someone while solving those cases. So that helped me and might be of help to you guys as well. And thirdly, I want to say that be very versed with why do you want to join a particular company. So every time you're sitting in an interview, be well versed what the company does, why are you even applying to that company, and what are you expecting out of that company. So have that very clear in your mind, and that would reflect in your interview as well. So those are some of my key takeaways and I don't know, guidelines or mantras for you guys to prepare for the placement experience. Now, quickly jumping back to how my journey has been so far in American Express. To summarize it, it has been a great learning experience. It has been fast paced. I've come up the learning curve so steep and so fast. Now that's the reality of the corporate world, right? It actually pushes you to learn more, and each and every day you're doing something that you didn't do earlier, and that's the best part about my journey. So when I entered into the corporate world, I had the expectations which you guys might have as of now, but the realities of it are actually very different. You know, corporate world is very less about the technical aspects. You might be proficient in Excel, you have to be proficient in PowerPoint, for example, but all those things are just a part of your job. The actual reality is how fast can you think on the fly, how can you find the easiest way or the smartest way to approach a problem, to understand what your clients, what your stakeholders want from you. So what I would like to suggest is that always keep a very analytical sort of a thinking whenever approaching to any problem, may it be problem related to your stakeholders wherein they are trying to do something, or maybe as minute task as something that has been assigned by manager to you, and it's on you to find the smartest way to do that and accomplish that, right? So the corporate journey so far has been a lot of learning, a lot of knowing as to what is expected out of us, changing the thinkings that we have always had. So it's a lot to unlearn and learn. So it has been a great experience, and to summarize all of this, my advice to you would be believe in yourself. You all got this. Everyone has got it figured out. Just be very resilient and very true to yourself when you're preparing for the processes. Be aware about the fact that why do you want to join a company, or in very first place, why do you even want to apply for a job, right? So just be clear to yourself and bring yourself to the table. The companies out there actually value you as an individual and as authentic as you can be. That reflects in your interview. So try to stick to who you are, play on your strengths, and be very true to your in your preparation journey. And yeah, hope this helps, and I'm happy to help you out. In case you have any questions or any doubt, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available on LinkedIn. So yep, thank you for listening to me, guys.